This is Pivot Interactives, and I want to show you how to use this in the tools and taking data and such. So I suggest you watch the video all the way through one time to see what you're looking at. And if you notice, I'll push pause. We have 5 different balls. They've been thrown up. And we'll continue the video just to see what it looks like. Notice this is in slow motion. All right. One thing to note is there's this transition where it's moving upwards to the top or peak, and then moving downwards. So let's go ahead and start this video over. This does go all the way through and have the balls come down. Let's start this all the way over and let's just look at the green ball. The green ball is released, and in the instructions you are asked to start your observation after the ball leaves the hand. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll advance my frame by either using this button, or I can use my arrow key over, arrow key back. So I'm going to go ahead and start it about right there, just as it leaves the hand. So if I notice down in my data table, I have a clock reading of 0 and a Y position or vertical position or height of the ball. And it looks like it's at negative 65 centimeters. But clock, up here in this toolbox, when I click on it, there is a clock. And so right now it reads a time or a clock reading of 0.078. I'm going to hit reset because that's where I want to start my data collection. So I notice that at 0 clock reading, the ball's position is negative 65 centimeters. And I'll go ahead and advance this. And I'll advance it to 0.005. All right, 0.05. And this position, it tends to be between negative 45 and 50. Maybe it's halfway. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a little more than halfway towards the negative 50. So I'm going to call this negative 48, as halfway would be negative 47.5, but it looks like just a little bit closer to the negative 50. I'll continue this process of advancing this by 0.05 seconds. So let's come back to 0.1. I'll show one more here, and it looks like negative 35. Halfway would be negative 32.5. Looks like a bit more. That actually might look closer to me like negative 34. Okay, so I would continue this process, and underneath we have a position clock reading graph started for us. Your job is to complete the data table, and then once you lock your answer and continue, you have analysis of the position clock reading graph.
Go ahead and subscribe, that'd be great, or you can go ahead and check out my next video. Take care.